When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on another team from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Nevada's offense will go on the attack first. They'll go to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Nevada's moved this ball from deep in its own end, and now a little room to operate.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he makes the extra point.
7, Wake Forest, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Maddox. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Works the middle of the field. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Wolfpack might think about being aggressive on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Nevada trying to keep the drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Nevada offense really has it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Quarterback gets enough. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Nevada comes to the line after getting the 1st down.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How many 1st downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Nevada's moved this ball from deep in its own end and now a little room to operate. Go straight ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nevada. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
0.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and it's Nevada holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Maddox. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Deacons come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. And the Deacons send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. The give to the single back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Keeps looking downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Demon Deacons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And some room to work. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Caught. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Wolfpack might think about being aggressive on 2nd and short. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
This Nevada offense really has it going. On the run, it's Lewis. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the Demon Deacons backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll start this drive at their own 48. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Nevada going quickly. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 35, he's open. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna try to get it himself. There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
At that time, the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield very late in the half. Looking for the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens. Got
a man, it's Burks. they've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Got it in the middle, it's Burks. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Maddox. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab over the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They've got the screen set up. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Holds and fires complete to the right. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Back to throw, it's Maddox. Oh, he makes the catch. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? The Demon Deacons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his big tight end.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Come on, alligator arms. I know you're running over the middle of the field, but do your quarterback a favor and just make the play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. got him downfield. Got room at the 35. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner will be dragged down. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll go to the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Makes the grab.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. You saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Finds his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Nevada comes to the line on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Nevada! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Maddox. He's got an open man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. He's got it on the right. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's Nevada holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On the option. Running to Green. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nevada! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to... to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
The lone back's got it. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting run on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
Finds his big tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
A nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Plucks it out of the air. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 33 to SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Deacons will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They're going to ride this running back. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.